What up, though, y'all? How y'all living? And as we see, Dame Dash still at it. I don't agree with everything Dame say, but I understand what he doing. And then not only that, I understand him defending himself, right or wrong. I get it. But let's check this out. I saw this with him speaking on Paid in Full and AZ and a couple things, and it was kind of interesting.
Post a clip about Az from Paid in Full. He called you out or called the movie out, saying he didn't like how he was portrayed in the movie, and then you guys made him out to snitch.
Yeah.
But he did tell, just in a different situation. AZ did tell on some people.
So number one, Bootsy brought AZ to my gallery in the Lower East Side, and Cam had just hit me and was telling me, pause, that AZ had been saying certain things. This was years ago. So when I saw him, I said, yo, if there's a problem or anything, I need you to tell me right now. He said, I ain't got no problem. All right, then we can move on, because he was showing me the Rich Porter script, which is really good. And I would want to make it, but I don't want to. So what happened was,
It's funny how Dame be dissing people while giving them credit. You know what I'm saying?
I sort of like detached from the street for a while. And I didn't know that AZ had told on the people that shot him. I didn't know that he testified against him. And in the street, you're not supposed to do that. If you're a civilian, yes. But it's street rules. So you're supposed to get back, got to get it back in blood. So, and it also turned out some people that were close to me were cool with those people. So these are people I really respect, and they called me.
Mind you, these people that he talking about, the robbery scene in Paid in Full, it really did happen, but it was more people in the house than it was in the movie. I think it was like 6 people total, maybe like 4 people died. It was like 2 dudes, AZ and his mans. It was a young lady who might have been like 12 or 13, and it was his auntie and her friend. Yeah, it's like 6 people. Like four girls and 2 dudes, you know what I'm saying? And 4 of them died in that place. That's a fact. And the guys that did it obviously was some horrible motherfuckers, but let's continue.
I was like, how you doing something with AZ? He's a rat, blah, 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 blah. Like, I get a lot of heat sometimes from, credible people that I consider and that I respect from the street. So I was like, all right, I had to put it in some way, pause, that it was like, I didn't say testified. I just said that I just had to do that. And that was and I didn't know. So I had to do that because it was the only.
So you had to do that to put a little smut on his name to keep it good in the hood. I get it.
Only way I could, to me, AZ doing that from where I'm from does make him not right. But that's where I'm from, only from where I'm from. And there's other things, like the girl was like 12. You know what I'm saying? So whether he knew it or not, that little girl was 12 or 13, allegedly. And I can't get past that either. Like, I'm like, and we all knew who the girl was when we was outside. Like
whoa. Which, like I just told you, the age it was a young lady in there. Now, the pretenses of how she ended up in there, I wasn't for sure of. But the notes now that he pointed out that that's how she got there, she was dating AZ because she wasn't related to nobody else. Yeah, and then I heard him on his Vlad interview speak about it. Oh, man. AZ was out here committing statutory offenses, man.
But it was such a normal thing. Not that I would do it, but that older hustlers used to mess with 13 to 14. It wasn't how old you were in the hood for certain people. It was how old you acted. So the girl definitely didn't look 13, but we all.
Woo! Yeah. When I was in high school, I seen a lot of this. To be honest with you, I think this ruins a lot of our family style relationships because by the time you come 18, 19, the women that you want to be with comparing you to 35-year-old men. And how you gonna win that battle? You have to be a hella fat nigga from a hella fat family. You know what I'm saying? To win that battle.
Knew who she was. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't like that either. So that's why I put that in there. No disrespect, but for I couldn't just make him look like he didn't do anything because he did tell on the people. So I could have put that, but it would have been too hard to put it pause because the Paid in Full, like when you make a movie, it's inspired by.
Right, I get that. So I guess without that being in there, it would look like he was the perfect street hustler. And then he left the part out about him dating a fucking 13-year-old. So I guess he looked out for AZ, and AZ still tripping. He should have just been quiet, because now people gonna be scratching the surface about you dating a fucking minor. A minor.
So everything that was in Paid in Full, it was very close, but not a lot of things were not completely correct. But the message was there. You know, my messaging for Paid in Full was that hustling is not dope. It's not sustainable. That it looks good, but people end up getting killed, people you love. And I didn't want people to glorify hustling. You know, it's funny, like someone from Queens talking about making a Harlem story. Y'all could do it, but it's not going to be legit like that, because I really used to hustle. Pause. Rich Porter really did hit us with a pack in that situation, me and my man. You know, we were actually there. Like, I hustled with these people. So
right. So that makes a big difference in between somebody coming in who don't know none of these folks telling these stories, which you find with a lot of drug dealer stories, you know what I'm saying? Or a lot of, especially these black stories, when the real story is more entertaining than the shit that they ended up putting on TV. But it's always somebody that's not from there involved.
Oh, I don't need to get anybody's rights to tell my version of that time period. You know, all I had to do was, you know, get the trademark for my Paid in Full as a television show and the movie, which I did. So I don't know what he's talking about, but he doesn't own anything. Like, it's like, to me, it seems like whoever sold him Paid in Full, they were like, yo, if you shave your mustache off, we'll give you Paid in Full. And he did it. That must have been the transaction, because there's no reason for him to be looking like that unless it's for a movie or something. But that's like a little joke. But what I'm saying is, I don't know who he could have bought Paid in Full from. Whoever did sold them. I mean, I got the Brooklyn Bridge I can sell you as well. You know what I'm saying? But if you work with Disney, again, they might, I don't know, like maybe they might have, I don't know, because I spoke to them and they were talking about I had to pay, you know, they had to talk. I was like, I'm not asking you, bro. I was being considerate. I'm not telling the same story. You know what I'm saying?
Word. Now dig this here. They calling Dame broke. They laughing at him, but dig them emerald earrings with a good 2 carats of invisibly set diamonds around them. They're probably like some VS1s at least. The emeralds alone got to be at least 3 carats. Crazy, you know what I'm saying? We got to quit counting other people's pockets, and being broke is subjective. So is having money. So is being successful. And we out of here. Crazy. That ain't funny as hell, though. You got to give him that one.